Let me pull back. So presume the EU regs don't affect the UK. Is it just lack of investment? So the EU regs regulations from the EU AI Act will affect any company that wants to operate in the EU. So that's why, so it's the same with GDPR in a weird way. A lot of companies in the UK and globally will still apply GDPR rules because they want to have access to the EU market. If you want to have access to the EU market, you need to play by those rules. So a lot of people will just hit those levels of GDPR security in order to get access. It's going to be the same with the EU AI Act. If you want to sell, if you want to operate, if you want customers in the EU, you're going to have to play ball. Companies like Meta saying, I'm not going to sign your code of practice, they will still be under the EU AI Act. They're also based in Dublin. They have an EU base as well. But as long as they have users, as long as they have customers who are in the EU, they are going to be subject to regulation. And that's the same globally. So for UK and American companies. How many companies would you say care about being GDPR compliant with ChatGPT? I mainly talk to startups, and it is not a high priority, especially in the UK. I'm sure in the EU and in Germany, from the German entrepreneurs I know, it would be a much bigger deal. I think most people are focused on just building and trying to work out, get product market fit and start getting some revenue in the door. And they will comply with GDPR to the extent that they need to, but it is not. For most entrepreneurs, for most people starting a business, it is a checkbox activity that needs to be done, needs to be got out of the way, and then you don't think about it, or you try not to think about it as much as possible. It depends where you are. That tends to be the case in the UK. As I say, our friends in Germany tend to be a bit more strict about it, because in Germany in particular, you can get fined, and you do get fined very quickly, whereas I have never heard of anyone in the UK getting hit by GDPR problems. But your mileage may vary, and it depends how large you are as well.